All right, welcome back to What the Tech. This is the show where we cut through the noise to bring you the tech news you can actually use. And wow, do we have a story for you today? This isn't just a ripple, it's a full-on earthquake hitting one of the most powerful industries on the planet. So, get this. The whole thing kicked off with a 15-second video. Yep, that's it. It takes less time to watch than it does to skip a YouTube ad. But believe me, what was packed into those 15 seconds? Well, it just put the entire entertainment industry on notice. I'm not exaggerating. We are talking about A-list screenwriters, massive studios. The whole system is in a flat-out panic right now. So what in the world happened? Okay, so let's break down the video that started this whole firestorm. It kind of just popped up online, seemingly out of the blue. But it did not take long for the movers and shakers in the film world to notice. And they noticed in a big way. So here's the deal. An Irish filmmaker named Rory Robinson posts this clip. It looks incredible, super photorealistic. It's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt going at it in this intense rooftop fight. But here's the kicker. There was no giant crew, no multi-million-dollar budget, none of that usual Hollywood magic. Nope, he made it using a brand new AI tool, something called Seedance 2.0. And this right here is where things get wild. So what is Seedance 2.0? Well, it's a new text-to-video AI from ByteDance. Yep, the company behind TikTok. And let me be perfectly clear. This is not just another gimmicky AI filter. This is a quantum leap. We're talking about an AI that can spit out incredibly realistic, totally coherent video clips just from a little bit of text. The quality is, frankly, it's on a whole other level. And just look at how ridiculously simple this is. The guy literally just typed in a 2-line prompt. That's it, 2 sentences. And the result? A fight scene that looks like it was ripped straight out of a summer blockbuster. And that is exactly why Hollywood is losing its mind. So, a video like this drops. What happens next? Well, the reaction from Hollywood wasn't just a few worried tweets. No, this was full-blown 5-alarm panic. And it came straight from the very top. I mean, just listen to this. Rhett Reese, we're talking about the guy who wrote Deadpool and Wolverine, Zombieland, a huge name. He saw the clip and said, and I quote, "I hate to say it, it's likely over for us." That's not concern, you guys. That is pure, unfiltered fear from someone at the top of their game. But here's what's so fascinating. You look at the comments online, and a lot of fans are like, looks like crap. But then you have a pro like Reese saying, I'm shook. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? See, most of us just see what's on the screen right now, the little imperfections. But the pros, they're not looking at today, they're looking at the trajectory. They see where this is going, and they know that in a year, shoot, maybe less, this stuff is going to be flawless. And then the lawyers got involved. The Motion Picture Association, the MPA, basically the big voice for all the major studios, they came out swinging. They straight up accused ByteDance of unauthorized use of U.S. copyrighted works on a massive scale and demanded they shut the whole thing down. So just like that, this went from a cool tech demo to an all-out war. So you can see, this is way bigger than just one AI video. What we're really looking at here is a huge clash of interests. It's the classic story, right? Progress versus protection. You've got all these different groups with completely different and totally valid things at stake. Let's just map it out. You've got the studios and the MPA, and they're obviously worried about copyright and, let's be real, their bottom line. Then you've got the creative talent, the writers, the actors, and they're looking at this wondering, am I about to be automated out of a job? But then on the other side, you have ByteDance just pushing their tech forward, and you've got all these independent creators who are probably thinking, wow, this could finally level the playing field for me. Everybody's got skin in this game. So where do you land on all this? Is this technology a huge problem that needs to be shut down? Or is it incredible progress that's going to empower a whole new generation of creators? Seriously, I really want to know what you think. Drop a comment below and tell us. And hey, if you're getting value out of this breakdown, do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to What the Tech for more news you can use. Okay, so the battle lines are clearly drawn. But now for the million-dollar question. What happens now? Because let's face it, this technology isn't going back in the box. So let's talk about the practical changes we can probably expect to see. First up, copyright law is about to get a serious stress test. I'm talking a tsunami of takedowns, licensing fights, lawsuits, the works. Second, the gatekeepers of content are losing their grip. Suddenly, anyone with an idea can create stuff that looks almost studio quality. Third, and this is the scary one for a lot of people, the risk to jobs. Writers, VFX artists, production staff, it's not theoretical anymore. And that gap between what an AI can do and what a human can do, it is closing fast. So here's what you should be watching for in the coming months. First, the legal moves. Keep an eye out for those DMCA takedowns and big lawsuits, especially around using an actor's likeness without permission. Second, watch the platforms. How are TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube going to handle this? Expect new rules about labeling AI content. And finally, watch the AI companies themselves. They're going to start adding watermarks, filters, anything to cover their own butts legally. Look, the bottom line is simple, but it's massive. We have crossed a threshold. This is a clear inflection point. The ability to create convincing, photorealistic video from a simple text prompt is no longer science fiction. It's here, it's now, and the future of creativity is going to be shaped by how our laws, our businesses, and all of us respond to it. And that leaves us with one final, huge question. For about a century now, Hollywood has held the keys to the kingdom. They were the storytellers. But now these incredibly powerful tools are in the hands of basically anyone who wants them. So, who gets to tell the stories of tomorrow? Answering that is going to be one of the great challenges of our time. Thanks for watching.